Hey, hey, freaks, geeks, and elites. We're Marley and AJ, and we're here to serve you a 3-course meal of this fortnight's hyper-focused flavors.
So place your napkins, because you know things in our kitchen gonna get messy, and let's get into it.
We have zero visibility on how many people actually listen to these episodes on the website as opposed to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts is confusing me. I did log into that today, and apparently we have 13 total plays, but only one episode has any plays at all on it, and it's just the one episode, and it's only 7. So I don't know how it got to 13. And I'm not sure who listened to that one episode 7 times.
I don't like how Apple do their.
It's very strange. I can't get my head around it. So I sort of just most of the time I just let Apple Podcasts sit over there and pretend it doesn't exist because I can't understand it. But Marley is taking on the giant corporate conglomerate that is YouTube and getting our channel there set up. Unfortunately, YouTube does not like audio-only files, so we're having to do some tweaking to make it a video with just the logo on the screen the whole time, because that's thrilling. It is a very great logo.
We're not the only people who have done that. I've found a few.
We're not, but our logo is cuter than theirs.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, while we're on the break, we will convert what's already been done and put them on YouTube too, and then we will have another platform where people can listen and follow. Lure
people in to our weirdness. Yes, you want to listen to us.
Yes, you do.
Talk about silly stuff and overanalyze every episode.
Well, realistically, like, we're not trying to get a massive following here. We're realistic about this. This is for funs and lols, and because we're two introverted, awkward people who are just looking for a little online tribe to comment and discuss these things that we talk about. So, you know, we're just looking for a little bit of engagement in comments and stuff so that, you know, we have more people to talk to.
Yes. We do have one faithful commenter.
We have to get Greer a Christmas present or something. Him and his faithful comments.
We can kick off the merch store and get one shirt made and send it to him.
No, Greer is top quality people's. He once just randomly turned up to my house because he was in the area and he bought a chocolate cupcake with him.
Well, that's a sign of an absolute saint.
Top-notch peoples, yes. Top-notch.
That would win me over too.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
He also, him and his wife, they tend to find the best new board games and things that you've never heard from. Like, you know, he finds them on Kickstarter, and next thing you know, he turns up to a game site with a new game you've never heard of before.
Nice.
So, yes, so we're going to talk about games and dedicate the board game section to Greer. Yeah, I also weirdly had a bigger porn collection than most of the guys at the LAN party, and that made me an instant hit as well, so, I'm never really sure where I ever got most of it from. I kept adding to it, but I never really watched it, so I don't know how that started, but it almost became a thing that I was like the porn hub for the LAN party, which was just odd, because, like, again, I didn't really watch any of it, so...
You just collected it.
Yeah, I really don't know how that started. I have a feeling it might have just been that I was, holding it as backup for someone at one point, and then because of the shared drives and everyone sharing movies and whatnot at those parties, that someone found that directory, and then it just sort of became a thing. It was like, you know, people... I have a feeling other people were adding to it, because I really don't remember going out of my way to find it. But
you just became the receptacle for them.
Well, you know, everyone has their place in the group, right? I was the easy points for people to smash, and the weird fascination of...
Distribution hub.
Well, yeah. You know, and Look, I'll be the first to admit that, especially when I was younger, and especially like in that uni era, I was a very lonely person. So anything that I thought, people would like me for, tended to be attracted around me. So again, things like that just sort of happened without me really thinking I should do that because people will think it's cool. It just sort of happened. So another one that was a big one. We had a certain group of friends that I had, which was like the fishing and drinking friends. Was the fact that, I knew all the words to the Philosopher's Drinking song from Monty Python, and for some reason it entertained the fuck out of them to get me to sing it. So not everything was, weird. Obviously, that's not weird, that's cool, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of weirdness that went hand in hand with me struggling to find people in an era before social media and stuff, so... I'm the first to admit that I've done a lot of stupid things over the years, but as I've grown to embrace myself and my weirdness, I'm less desperate for love and attention than... Well, no, I'm not. I'm still desperate for love and attention, but I'm less willing to do things that I don't actually like to try and fit in or be cool, so, yeah. That was a whole tangent. Anyway... I really don't buy into, the whole gatekeeping culture. You know this about me. I hate gatekeepers. Yes. If you're having fun, play whatever the fuck you want.
And if you're not hurting anyone else, it really doesn't matter.
So if I want my steak charcoal black, what the hell does it matter to you? You get your moo cow still mooing and enjoy it and leave me the hell alone. Anyway... Marley's big thing is gatekeeping gatekeepers.
There you go. Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real mum. Oh, dear Lord. Mel and Aiden were down from Brisbane, and... I feel like someone else was there, I can't remember who though, but Daniel convinced them all it was a great idea to play Monopoly. I'm fairly sure there were two couples that were on the verge of divorce at the end.
Yes.
Everyone was folding and giving their everything to Mel, so in the end it was Mel versus Daniel. Daniel was not thrilled. But yes, he does like Monopoly. He has found the version that is the longest game of Monopoly ever and wants it. I do not support this. I find Monopoly long, tedious, and annoying. It just
always ends up in fights.
Yeah, he's allowed it once a year. So
okay.
And he keeps complaining that he never gets to play it, and because, well, he forgets to remind people that he gets one a year, doesn't he? And none of us are going to voluntarily remind him. So it's up to him to keep track of that. Thank you very much.
That's on him.
Yeah. The other one that jumped into my mind is Wrong Party. So
I don't know that one.
You're building up a party, and the party will have a theme. So you're supposed to try and play cards and characters that fit the theme to get the most points, sort of thing. So yeah, that one can be quite fun as well. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to get back to you. But it is literally like a product pitch game where you've got 5 minutes to sell this imaginary product that you've just made up with things. And yeah, I've got it I'll have it in my bookshelf of games. But I haven't played it in years now. But it used to be so much fun. Had a friend, Nay, and she could just wicked smart, really switched on, just come up with ideas, and off she went. Yeah, she was brilliant at that sort of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, I could sit here listing board games all night.
Same.
But we should probably move on with our lives.
Yes.
we can revisit games in the future.
I also have 2 boring ones that we can try out if you're interested. One's called Way of Life.
Yes.
It's a similar idea, but it's not like you don't have a cute little avatar that you can buy outfits for and stuff. And the other one is just called Streaks, and it's about trying to get yourself to keep up momentum by, like, you have a 5-day streak or a 10-day streak of doing the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, those are what I mean. I know we kind of talked maybe about like trying different apps and stuff and rating them. So when we feel like we want to tackle that, we can get into that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm struggling with, and I've just did it. I always like half say a sentence and then go back and interrupt myself and then start over. Like, wait, that's not what I wanted to say. Hold on. So I'll do like half a sentence and then I'll stop and then start over with like some back context of what I wanted to say. I can't. You can tell that I can't put things in the right sequence. I'm like working it out as I start to talk, and then I have to go back and start over.
We could have like kicked some actual goals last year and the year before, and maybe certain companies that will never be named might have a CMS.
I might still be working at the same organization as you if people would listen to us more.
But if you were still working there, we probably wouldn't have connected more personally, and this podcast never would have happened, because we would have been quite content with how we were usually, like, we used to be just randomly sending memes.
Social energy would just be on the work Slack, and we wouldn't have had to have this podcast as an outlet to still connect to each other.
Correct. Well, we were connecting better. Like, we were connecting fine without the podcast, but we were connecting on a more personal level after you left.
More like one-to-one directly, as opposed to, hey, let's just let's broadcast our friendship to the world because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Stacked on so much weight over the pandemic, it's not even funny.
Yeah, me too. I had such a bad time with that. And it was weird because, like, the beginning wasn't too bad because we would just go out and go for a walk to get all of our stress out, and we were walking for ages. But then after the second shutdown in New South Wales, then it was just like, like we just turned into blobs.
Here in Melbourne, we were pretty much just locked up for, a year and a half?
You had it way worse, Yeah,
so, but, the beginning of it was actually really exciting, because it's like my little introverty depression soul was like, oh my god, I don't have to wake up until, like, I can literally roll out of bed at 9, and I don't have to walk to the station, but all those little walk to the stations and walking around the office and everything was actually all the exercise I was getting.
Yeah. But I loved it at first because I was like, I can just stay at home all the time. And because they shut down the planes, it was really quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I love not having plane noise. But we would still, like, worry and panic, like, where is this going? What's going on? So
I loved running out to the shops because no one was out there. And, but the downside was, you wouldn't think it, because, like, introverts like being alone and everything, and depression, people like being alone, it was worse for my mental health.
Yeah.
It was so bad. So by the time the lockdown stopped, I couldn't go out in public anymore without Beth or Daniel with me, or I had panic attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
I was literally trying to get home before passing out because I couldn't breathe. I was hyperventilating, pain in my chest. Yeah, it was bad. I had to slowly start edging myself out into the world again, and still most of the time I don't like being out in shopping centres and stuff on my own. I can't handle it. I'm making progress, slow progress, but, at least I don't have total meltdowns at the thought of leaving the house anymore.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yes, I would like a hard-ass buddy. Thank you.
Okay.
And at some point in season 2, I swear, we've got to get Simon on and interview him. I just don't know, do we interview him about his B movies or his heavy metal?
See, I would like to do movies because we haven't really talked movies a lot yet. Yep. And definitely the movie angle was the thing that Simon and I probably bonded over first, more so than the metal. So, because I'm not a big enough metalhead.
Yeah, me either. Like, I've watched quite a few of his videos now, and I'm like, I don't understand half of what he's saying, but he knows so much about it. I'm so thoroughly impressed by that.
I like some of his recommendations, but he definitely, like, if he's recommending something to me personally, he tailors it to stuff he knows that I'll like Spirit Box or something like that, where he knows I'll give it a listen. But yeah, he's not gonna like tell me, oh yeah, check out this Finnish death metal band. I'll probably bounce off of that. So yeah, I think we should do movies with Simon if he's willing to entertain us one week.
Oh,
we'll see.
By the way, Greer also actually commented over on our Facebook page on one of the posts as well. So I don't know if you noticed, but a couple of nights ago I posted the disco dancing one.
Yes.
Friendship's an important part of life. He pointed out the same thing that you did. Like the ankle monitor, AJ has done some crimes.
I told you it does look like an ankle monitor.
Well, I just threw back there, AJ is married. The ankle monitor is appropriate, isn't it?
Yes. Doesn't like me getting too far from home.
Oh, but that's love. You know it's a problem when they want you to go far.
No, coercive control isn't love. But that's not what actually happens in my relationship either.
Well, I didn't say coercive control, just knowing generally where you're at.
I do use Find My, though, on all of my family, mostly just because...
So you're the one coercive controlling.
I don't tell them where to go, but, like, nobody tells me where they are, so I'm like... You know, answer my message. All right, fine. Where are you? Find my... Oh, okay. You're 5 minutes away.
Do you know, one of the I'm pretty sure it was one of the Anne Bishop books, actually, where one of the characters actually made a comment about how, you know, when mothers are worried about you being dead somewhere, it's always dead in a ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, where's it always a ditch? Like, where are all these ditches?
Wouldn't being dead somewhere else besides a ditch be just as bad?
You would think, yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, dead on a table would also be bad, as well as dead in a ditch.
I mean, the only thing I can really think of is that dead in a ditch is because you were killed by a serial killer or someone who has thrown you into a ditch.
Or you got hit by a car and run off the road or something, maybe. I do get really fascinated, though, like, where do those phrases come from?
Right?
When did that enter the zeitgeist, and who coined it, and what? Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favourite phrase origin is actually devil's advocate. So,
I do like that one.
Yeah, so for those playing at home, when someone was nominated for sainthood, there was always one member of the Vatican, the clergy at the Vatican City, who was nominated to argue against it and basically be the devil's advocate that they are not worthy of sainthood. That's where that came from.
I mean, it's kind of interesting to me where something that is so... Like, religion to me seems a little bit like I don't know, maybe this is probably my, you know, sort of Judeo-Christian background coming into play, but like, you know, in Christianity, they want you to sort of take things on faith and not use logic. But like having like a court system basically to argue for why someone should be a saint because they've done these miracles strikes me as really ironic.
Well, it's because it's just because they've got an actual set of criteria for sainthood.
Yeah, I know.
I was more amused by the idea of the devil having a lawyer.
Indeed.
I used to have an old, like, just keep around old mismatched dishes and stuff, because the sound of it smashing is really cathartic. But I used to smash them into the garbage can so that there was no shards and things around. So, like, just the act of breaking something, throwing something, and listening to the smash, it was very cathartic when really frustrated and upset.
So the one that I like to do is, well, we don't really do anymore, but when we had incandescent light bulbs and one would die, that I would give myself permission to, into the garbage can,
smash,
because they made a really satisfying tinkle.
Yep.
But like, I don't know, I think there's something about the scope and the scale of a smash room and all the stuff in there where I'd be like, but we could use that for some, I don't know.
Fair enough.
I think I was born in the wrong era. I should have been a depression grandma or something. But like, I saved plastic bags and stuff. Like, I never throw anything away. I'm a hoarder. But it's always with this notion in the back of my brain that could be used for something someday.
Fair.
But dead light bulbs, obviously not. You can't really do anything with those. So those you can smash.
Yep. Fair enough. Well, you know, we don't really have a sign off. We just sort of dribbed and drabs, and I think that was part of Greer's complaint. We don't say goodbye. Goodbye, Greer.
Goodbye, Greer. Thanks for all the comments.
We love you.
Thanks for joining us on Moments of Madness. If today's antics sparked joy or a bewildered chuckle, give us a follow.
Check out our socials for more information or discussion on any of our topics today, or to recommend a book, movie, game, or topic for future episodes.
Until next time, keep waving those freak flags high and embrace the beautifully bizarre.